There's so many things, but we don't want to have any future president ever sabotage our economy with out-of-control regulations as the last 2 Democrat presidents have done. They went crazy. Last week, I signed an order revoking Joe Biden's destructive artificial intelligence regulations so that AI companies can once again focus on being the best, not just being the most woke. And today and over the last couple of days, I've been reading about China, and some of the companies in China, one in particular, coming up with a faster method of AI and much less expensive method. And that's good, because you don't have to spend this much money. I view that as a positive, as an asset. So I really think if it's fact and if it's true, and nobody really knows if it is, but I view that as a positive because you'll be doing that too. So you won't be spending as much and you'll get the same result, hopefully. The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world. Even Chinese leadership told me that. They said, you have the most brilliant scientists in the world in Seattle and various places. But Silicon Valley, they said, there's nobody like those people. This is very unusual when you hear a DeepSeek, when you hear somebody come up with something. We always have the ideas. We're always first. So I would say that's a positive. That could be very much a positive development. So instead of spending billions and billions, you'll spend less and you'll come up with, hopefully, the same solution. Under the Trump administration, we're going to unleash our tech companies and we're going to dominate the future like never before.
Donald Trump breaks his silence on the DeepSeek controversy in a very fiery speech about the U.S. tech market and how it needs a wake-up call. The emergence of DeepSeek has not just stirred industry giants like Nvidia and Google, but has also sparked market discussions about the innovation race between major tech nations. Will Trump rally the tech market back to its glory? Or is there no sign of resurgence on the horizon? Only one way to find out. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
Meantime, mega-cap tech trying to weather this tariff storm. Meta, Alphabet, Microsoft all outperforming the Nas as AI remains a key part of the narrative, especially with major new development from OpenAI this weekend that could reshape the whole race. Our Deirdre Bosa has the state of play in today's Tech Check. Morning, Dee.
Hey, good morning, Carl. So a new dynamic very much on display over the weekend in Sam Altman's Reddit Ask Me Anything, also known as an AMA. Now, in response to a question on whether OpenAI would release model weights and publish research, Altman replied, I personally think we've been on the wrong side of history here and need to figure out a different open source strategy. And this is just a remarkable statement from a leader who has long championed the closed source approach, citing safety, competitive dynamics, monetization as key justifications. For Altman to now admit that OpenAI may have been on the wrong side of history, that suggests mounting pressure and could have ripple effects across the AI landscape. For one, it validates Meta's strategy and puts pressure on other closed source players like Anthropic and Google DeepMind to clarify their own positions. During that AMA, Altman also admitted that DeepSeek R1 is a very good model and OpenAI will produce better models, but will, quote, maintain less of a lead than we did in previous years. Another extremely telling statement that signals OpenAI is no longer operating from a position of clear dominance, as open source models and a process called distillation really close that gap. And indeed, since DeepSeek's breakthrough over the past month or so, the entire space is moving faster than we have seen it move in a very long time. There's this test called Humanity's Last Exam. It's meant to measure how close AI is to true human-level intelligence. In less than 2 weeks, guys, the top-performing model more than tripled its score, and 5 models now outperform what was recently the best result. All of this to say the competitive landscape is exploding, and investors may need to reassess their time horizons for advancements. Faster model progression, that could lead to more volatility in valuations. Expectations around moats and market dominance, they are shifting by the day. It also creates new and quicker opportunities, particularly in the application layer, where companies can build on these evolving AI capabilities. We saw that this weekend with OpenAI's launch of a new deep research tool, which scans the internet and gives users a comprehensive, concise report. Guys, the last thing I want to leave you with is this chart. Speaking of Meta and open source validated, look at Meta. Its shares have outperformed Google, Microsoft, Amazon since last Monday when DeepSeek changed the race. I know there's earnings in this too, but I mean, it all comes down to where they are in AI.
The innovation brought forth by DeepSeek spearheaded by entrepreneur Liang Wenfeng, posed a critical challenge to existing U.S. AI dominance. Trump's reaction, describing DeepSeek's rise as analogous to an AI Sputnik moment, evoked the gravity of the situation. This was no minor scuffle. It was akin to the space race, and now it seemed that Silicon Valley's throne was up for grabs. Supporting this sentiment, Sam Altman from OpenAI expressed admiration but maintained an unfazed outlook, emphatically stating that U.S. firms would counter with even more superior models. But before going on with the video, are you into cryptocurrency? If so, check out our second channel, Investocracy Crypto. We bring you breaking news, expert analysis, and the latest trends in the fast-moving world of digital assets. Whether you're a seasoned crypto investor or just curious about the future of finance, we've got something for you. Click the link in the description to subscribe to Investocracy Crypto now. Don't miss out and stay ahead of the game. Now, let's get back to the video.
OpenAI's top executives are in Washington, D.C. They're demonstrating the technology the company has to lawmakers. Of course, this as the DeepSeek threat, so to speak, looms large. Plus, the source tells CNBC that OpenAI is looking to raise more cash, this time from SoftBank. Kate Rooney's in D.C., and she's exclusively with OpenAI's Chief Product Officer. Kate.
David, good to see you. We have Kevin Wheeler here, Chief Product Officer of OpenAI. It's great to see you, Kevin. Thanks for sitting down.
Thank you for having me.
You did just get off stage and demoed some technology. I know you can't speak about exactly what you were walking lawmakers and administration folks through, but what is your message to Washington? Maybe give us the big picture takeaway from that.
Well, we've long had a policy of coming to D.C. and talking about how AI is evolving. We want to bring everybody along with us. These are important changes for people personally, also for our nation's economy and so on. So that's what we're here talking about. In particular, 2025 is the year that agents will become a big deal. And what we mean by that is we're going to go from ChatGPT answering questions for you to ChatGPT doing things for you in the real world. So we launched our first agent last week, a product called Operator. It browses the web for you, so it can do tasks for you on the web, that whether that's ordering groceries or filling out forms, the kind of things that you just want to have done for you, so you can work on more important things. And then we talked about today a couple of other agentic products that we'll be delivering soon.
I would think that adds a lot of efficiency, maybe something the Fed would start looking to. I do want to talk about the elephant in the room, which is DeepSeek. Can you share any more about what happened here with DeepSeek and the recourse for OpenAI?
Look, I think there are a lot of legitimate and concerning questions about the origins here. And at the same time, there are a couple of novel improvements that they've made. And what it means for me is, like, my takeaway is China is here. We knew that that AI was going to be it's not just a competition between U.S. companies. It's ultimately a competition between the U.S. and the PRC. This is the first, big kind of salvo in that, and AI is going to transform our personal lives. It's going to transform our professional lives. I want an AI that behaves according to democratic values. I don't want an AI that behaves according to authoritarian values. So we at OpenAI, our mission is to make sure that U.S. wins this race.
And with those IP issues, you guys have flat out accused them of basically ripping off your technology. I mean, that is the big elephant in the room, that they may have stolen some technology to get here. With that in mind and that backdrop, what are the technological advances? What is the cost implication for OpenAI? How does it change the way you maybe think about raising capital in the future?
Well, this wouldn't be the first time that China has gone after U.S. IP. But for us, we're focused on building the world's most intelligent models and bringing them to people all over the world in a way that that improves people's lives. And we've already, we have a new model coming soon that we've already talked about that is head and shoulders above anything that's out there today. We're focused on that. We're focused on using that to build products like agents that help people be more efficient, that help businesses operate more efficiently, that help the U.S. grow faster. And that's our focus.
It doesn't mean you need to spend less, to be clear.
No, if anything, look, everything that we've seen over the past, 10 years of building these products is that the more compute you apply, the more intelligent the model is, the more things that it can do for people. So that's why we were so excited. We announced last week, we were with President Trump in the Roosevelt Room and announced this project Stargate, where we're going to put $500 billion towards energy, infrastructure, chips in the U.S. across a range of states to help OpenAI win. And we're very excited about that. And as AI becomes more of a part of all of our lives, it's only going to be more important that we have a lot of access to compute, that we can build great products for people.
Mark Andreessen likened DeepSeek's breakthrough to when the Soviets astounded the world with the launch of Sputnik, solidifying the allegory of a new era in modern technological rivalry. DeepSeek's R1 has reportedly surpassed ChatGPT's performance on several benchmarks and outstripped models from industry giants like Meta, Google, and Anthropic. Interestingly, the company's strategy deviates from the profit-driven model. It involves focusing on research rather than commercial products. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
How have conversations gone with the administration around this DeepSeek issue and then export controls? Is that something you think that would help if fewer semiconductors were getting out of the U.S.?
Yeah, look, President Trump wants the U.S. to win. We want the U.S. to win. And he wants growth, and we want to help drive U.S. growth. So there's a lot of alignment, and we're very excited to work with the administration. It's one of the reasons we're here. We're doing an increasing amount with the government. We just earlier this week, we launched a product called ChatGPT Gov, which is a version of ChatGPT specifically for U.S. government agencies that respects security and compliance and all the things that you need to do to build a great product for the U.S. government. We also today announced a partnership with the national labs. So we're working with Los Alamos, Sandia, Lawrence Livermore. These are incredible groups of scientists that do fundamental physics research. They do material science research. They do research that helps safeguard the nuclear stockpile. And we're going to bring them our most intelligent models to help them do their jobs in advanced science and advance national security faster.
National security seems to be such a big theme here and something officials really obviously care about. What about those export controls? Semiconductors are such a big part of that. Is that something you guys have been lobbying for?
Well, if you go and look, some of what the DeepSeek CEO has said is that they wish they had more GPUs. Mm-hmm. And this is why it's so important for the U.S. to invest in infrastructure. We need more energy. We need more data centers, supercomputers, GPUs, because this is what drives the AI revolution. And again, this is U.S. versus PRC, and the U.S. needs to win.
I do want to ask you about SoftBank. I've been hearing from sources that you guys are in the middle of raising. It might not be something you can comment on, but I do need to ask you, what is the latest with SoftBank? Do you plan to raise up to $25 billion?
Well, SoftBank is an amazing partner. They were part of our announcement of Stargate with President Trump. It was President Trump, Masa, Larry Ellison, and Sam in the Roosevelt Room. So SoftBank is an incredible partner. They see the future the way we do, and we're very excited to continue our partnership there.
And last question on DeepSeek. All of these open source models, it seems, have really caught people's attention. If these are available to download and tweak for free, what kind of moat does OpenAI have from a technology perspective? How are you guarding against some of that competition?
Well, it's two things. One, we're about to launch some models that are meaningfully beyond the state of the art today. So that in itself, we need to keep running fast and keep our research ahead of, in particular, what's coming out of China. Mm-hmm. And then also, we don't just build models, we also build products. So we have ChatGPT that's helping people every day accomplish a huge variety of tasks. And we've got products for businesses. And so it is both increasingly intelligent models and staying ahead, and it's building great products that help people be more efficient and productive in their daily lives.
With such a seismic shift in the tech landscape, the inevitable question surfaces. What does this mean for potential investors? Nvidia's minor recovery post. The initial shock indicates a stabilizing sentiment, revealing golden opportunities for astute investors poised to leverage this short-term volatility. But what do you think? Do you believe Trump's speech holds any weight for what's to come? Finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.